Good day traders, this is Rick with your futures trading coach after market update for the live trading alert call room. Today is Thursday, August 4th. I'm going to let you guys know what we did today. Real quick from left to right, we had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 opportunities. And I'm going to let you guys know what we did. First one we had, we got into a gold. This is not in any particular order. This is just from left to right. We had a gold trade, and we actually, after we got into this trade, we actually got into a crude trade also. The gold wasn't really following through. We got a long understanding trade. I told everybody it was going to be kind of tight. We were really kind of looking for something a little quicker than several candles here. We were long about 75. And when it came back down, it came up, down, up again. Finally, we had a lot of profit in this crude trade if you look at the time. And I just told everybody, look, I'm going to get out and I'm not even going to try for a break even. I'm going to lose 2 or 3 ticks on it. I'm not going to deal with it because it's just taken way too long. In fact, I really wanted it to go right in here. We gave it some extra time, another 2, 3, 4 candles. And luckily we did because it came down. Now, I told everybody if you don't want to get out, you'd have to add to it. You might have to sit in this trade for a while. And if you look, we did, you would have added down here at 68. 5, and then you would have been able to get out there at 69.5, which is what the plan is on that trade. But there was a long time we'd have to sit in the trade. So instead of having to add and deal with all that, and we were going to go into lunch, just took a few tick loss, and that was it on there. We had that was it in gold. In crude, we had a long trade, a power play 40.83, and that one went up about 30 pennies or so, and that was a beautiful trade to the target. And nice way to start in crude. When it came back down, I said we can try it again for those people who wanted to hit the trade again. We did have news coming up, but we were trying to thread the needle a little bit. We had an aggressive entry at 40.96, and when that didn't, I told everybody if we're taking it up here, it's going to have to go right away. It really, really needs to get above fairly quickly. It needs to get above the our level of 41.03. And when it didn't do that and it was just kind of hanging around there, it was after this red candle we got in, and then it pushed up and it failed. So I just told everybody, look, you might want to get out of the trade, and then we'll revisit it and try to buy it lower. Most people did that, or they were waiting for the lower price anyway of 89 that I called. Some people stayed in, and the market came down. People who were waiting or got out got back in at 89. It actually went up 7 or 8 ticks. They bought it up here in this red candle. We got into a risk-free trade, and then of course, if you had one contract, you would have made a little bit of money. When it came back down here, you would have been taken out for a break even. And at that point, I told everybody, look, if you didn't get out of the aggressive entry up here, just take the 10 or 12 penny loss or whatever, and just get out, and we'll wait for the next trade. And of course, it was nice that we did because they took it down because the news was coming. We couldn't stay in that any longer. And then what else? Then we had a beautiful understanding trade in crude 41.09. Took it up to the targets. This was basically the trade of the day, 41.51, 41.74. I actually called 76, but 76 to 81, which it did on the very next candle, but the room closed right here at 11 o'clock, and I just wanted everybody to, start winding on their positions. But that was a beautiful trade. That was from 09 up to, obviously, if you had enough contracts, up to 74. 90 something penny trade, which was our 09. I'm sorry, a 70 penny trade almost. 09 to 79 would be 70 pennies, so about 65 penny trade there to the final target. 51 to the second target, which is about 45 pennies, and then people were taking profits along the way and everything there as well. So beautiful trade in crude there, and then on the ES we had 2 trades. We had a short that worked out very nicely. That was at 2050, 2056, 2056. That worked out for about 2 points. And then that was right here. And then we had a long at the end of the morning that we got in. I told everybody I would wait on there because some people got out of this crude trade a little bit, early. They weren't in all the way to the end. And we were actually waiting for this ES trade to occur for, about 45 minutes. And that one made a quick profit there of a little bit, about 1.5 points, which is what we expect. And then we just closed it out because, we didn't sit there and hold for a break even because it was lunchtime. So that was it. So 1, 2 winners, 3, beautiful winner there, beautiful winner there, 4, either a break even or a small loser there, and then a break. We actually lost about 3 ticks there for people who didn't want to stay in. Some people did tell me they were going to stay in, and they would have got a break even on that. But let's call it a 2, 3 tick loser on that for people who just got out right away. And that's it. We're going to come back tomorrow and do it all over again. Until then, guys, have a great day, and we'll see you back tomorrow.